So, as I'm starting this video, my cat wants food. I'm gonna give her some food. I don't know if she'll eat it, but if she doesn't eat something, she will bite me or take off, which might be the best thing. Alright. So essentially, I feel like I'm lost. I feel essentially that I don't have much to complain about. It's a bit loud. But here I am complaining about not having enough, not having full stability over my finances. I find that being a musician is very freeing on one hand and very, laborious and not very fulfilling on the other. And I feel like my thoughts are just built out of a lot of privilege in that I essentially don't have much to complain about in the first place. But here I am. I'm what you would call neurodivergent. And I'm 80. I have ADHD. I am ADHD. It's hard for me to really switch between tasks or pay a lot of attention to specific things. One of the things that I find the hardest is carrying on doing something that my heart's not in, or that I don't really necessarily want to do, because it takes a lot of effort for me to do the things that I already want to do. Like, the things that I find enjoyable sometimes are hard for me to find the motivation to continuously do. But there's a part of it where I feel like it seems like the only things I do are the things that only give me wonder. Like, I've tried jobs, I've tried schooling, trying to get a higher education. But the higher education was all just about writing and creativity, which is kind of silly, because as much as I am writing my own story right now, I can barely ever get to it. I can barely ever do it. And even when I end up doing it, I've got a few dedicated people who like it. But that's about it. And it would be nice if I could just say, oh, if my basic needs were met, if my basic, you understood that, if my basic needs were met, I wouldn't need to, try to monetize the things that I just do for fun. But, it's like, if I'm gonna spend my time doing something, I might as well hit two birds stoned at once or whatever. But I find a lot of these things in society, we're based on how we can essentially be productive, but not only productive, but be productive in a sense where we are clearly rewarded for it. Because I think that if people made a lot of money doing creative pursuits, we might not have as much of a stigma against these lazy and entitled musicians. I say that, humorously. That all they do is fart around and do as they please. And I feel like it's a curse. I mean, so many people say that my ability to make so much music is somehow a blessing or whatever. And, maybe it is. But, it sure would be nice if I could afford the things that I wanted. But then again, it's like, really, do I need much? It's not like I'm trying to be better than anyone, essentially. But sure, it would be nice to be able to afford to go to the store and get pop whenever I wanted, which is really bad for me. So maybe I'm missing the mark. But yeah, getting back on the subject of like doing things that I don't want to do, it's a double-edged sword, really, because as much as I want to be able to help provide for my mom and prove to her that I'm a responsible human being, sometimes even I don't even see or allow myself to see all the efforts that I am doing recently. I've quit smoking in the last couple weeks. I don't drink anymore. I'm having issues with craving for ketamine, because I'll tell you, that stuff is powerful. I don't want to glorify anything on this channel, but there's got to be ways that I can feel connected to the world through healthy means, and that's what I'm shooting for. So every single time that I make a decision based on my best interest, that's a step in the right direction. It would be nice to have this YouTube channel blow up, but maybe that's just not in the cards right now. Maybe I'm not at the place where it would benefit me greatly. Not that I'm a believer in that kind of, synchronicity or whatever. The kind of stuff that makes people believe in, like, The Secret or whatever manifestation powers we may or may not have. I think that a lot of it comes down to how can we profit other companies. If it's in the cards that we happen to get better at musicianship so that we may have the opportunity and ability to make that Coca-Cola commercial, which is growing more rare as time goes on, especially when AI is in the fray now. I believe that, people really, I'm hoping that people really want authentic art in their life rather than some kind of robot algorithm creating something that they're supposed to feel, right? I feel like the whole reason why I get a feeling from music in general is because I know that someone somewhere poured their heart into this. Someone was able to create this landscape of sound. And, be it as it may, my ramblings may not be conclusive, or really, in essence, they're not going to, give you that secret tip, that easy step-by-step guide of how you're gonna get all of those things that you think you need. But perhaps I can kind of retain someone's attention for this amount of time, which is almost like asking the world for some people, and just say that perhaps, living our lives is something that we're trained by huge systems above us, through the school system, through everything, to assume that our beauty, our existence, doesn't necessarily have that much meaning or beauty to it. What we have is really more important than what we are, which is kind of silly to me. I think even if it seems ungrateful for me to complain or say that I wish I had more or something, the experience of the living life. I mean, you're not gonna say, I'm not gonna say it to my cat because she's whining because she wants more food, that she should be more grateful. She's a cat. So in that essence, as being a human being, whatever we're told that entails, perhaps it entails all of this. Perhaps the value is really just accepting things as they are. But if we can change things, maybe that's in the cards, right? Maybe it's just not pushing ourselves, not being so hard on ourselves to kind of fit into a mold or something. I've been working on my budget too lately, which is something that's pretty amazing. And I think like I'm not spending as much, and maybe that's the best thing, really, because I'm not borrowing as much from my mom anymore. And maybe life is more essentially about being able to get by, just get from one moment to the next, really, because this could all be gone in 2 seconds. My house could get hit by an asteroid right now. All of this data, this recording, could be not even recording right now, which is very possible, or it could have stopped. So I don't know, sometimes it's good just to like chill, be groovy, and improvise on the piano and ramble about seemingly nothing important, but maybe it's really important. I guess if you're going to take away any kind of Simpsons moral by the end of this, it's to just stay open-minded, do what you can to move yourself from this moment to the next, and cherish yourself. Be patient with yourself. I'm not going to say things are going to always work out, but you get to decide how things work out, whether or not you allow yourself to feel like you're worthwhile or whatever. But it sure does feel a lot better when you realize that if you can give the world your joy, your happiness, your creativity, that's really all that matters. It's like your intention, right? Your intention is a perfect 7 chord. And I guess that's all that really matters, right? What am I talking about? What do I know? I know, I really like this piano. So, anyways, I'm gonna stop filming. Stay frosty, that's my catchphrase. Stay frosty, everyone.